Have you ever wondered how to not only create interest in yourself, but to make the other person truly crave your attention? Imagine that every thought, every detail about you becomes a key to their coveted communication, and the memories only increase their desire to be around you. Imagine how they can dream of your next call, how every second spent without you is filled with anticipation and longing for your presence. What if this isn't just a fantasy, but a strategy that can be mastered? Let's take the approach of tactfully stepping back and showing those around you what they miss when you're gone. What do they miss when you are far away? It's Stoicism, a philosophy that gives more weight to your absence than to your presence. It's about the realization of your intrinsic worth, the ability to talk about yourself loud and clear even when you're not around. Let's dive into the world of Stoic lessons on how to leave an indelible mark that will be remembered long after you're gone. Seneca said, "To make someone miss you, you must give them your absence. Imagine how they will feel the void where your presence used to be. In that void, your value increases, and they realize how much your influence has permeated their thoughts, days, and feelings. Suddenly, they begin to think of you with renewed vigor, eager to regain the vibrancy that only you bring. It's time to show the world and yourself that your departure is not a step backward, but a strategic step forward, so that they feel your absence more than ever." Think about why some people can't stop thinking about someone when they're gone. What keeps the thoughts and memories coming back? It's the result of a carefully constructed arsenal of skills and principles that make them unforgettable. And the amazing thing is that you can also master these skills to stay focused on them. "The mind is a powerful tool," said Marcus Aurelius. "You control your mind, not external events. When someone leaves a deep and mysterious impression, our mind goes back to it and tries to decipher it. So a strategic retreat, creating space, can be as effective as planting a seed in their mind that germinates and blossoms even in your absence. But it's not just about leaving and waiting. It's about how you stay in their thoughts, leaving subtle signals, indelible memories and emotional traces there. Imagine how you can create meaningful interactions by staying in their minds even after you're gone. Mastering these skills based on Stoic philosophy, understanding of psychology, and relationship mastery will help make you unforgettable. So as we explore these skills, remember, you are developing them to become unforgettable to them. It's important to not only be present in their lives, but to stay in their thoughts in a way that feels natural. By the end of this journey, you will have the tools to stay in their thoughts when you are far away. They will be reflecting on you, your ideas, and the upcoming meeting. Let's begin this journey to creating an unforgettable experience that will live in their memory for years to come. Number 1. Self-control. Self-control is the key to inner strength and influencing those around you. Imagine yourself in a situation where your boss criticizes your work in front of the entire team. Instead of reacting emotionally, you remain calm, ask clarifying questions, and accept the criticism with respect. This moment becomes a turning point. Your composure makes you the center of attention, and your colleagues begin to respect you for your ability to maintain composure in difficult situations. This is what makes you unforgettable, a person who doesn't give in to emotion, the master of your life. On a personal level, imagine you find yourself in a long-forgotten argument with a friend. Instead of continuing the conflict, you take a pause, calm down, and initiate a conversation about your disagreement with respect for the other's point of view. Your ability to remain calm and dialogue constructively leads to conflict resolution and stronger relationships. Your calmness calms heated passions and steers communication in a constructive direction. At work or at home, your self-mastery sets you apart from others. It's like possessing a unique superpower that draws attention and influences those around you. Your self-control becomes a pivot point, and your actions are remembered not only by your loved ones, but by everyone present. When you know how to manage your emotions, you manage situations, attract respect, and leave a lasting impression. When you have the ability to keep your cool in difficult situations, you are not just reacting to events, but actively shaping their course. The next time a situation tests you, take a deep breath, stay calm, and observe how your self-mastery affects those around you. Remember, self-mastery is not the suppression of emotions, but the ability to manage them in favor of constructive problem-solving. Master this skill, and you will become someone who is remembered, respected, and admired. Someone who leaves a mark on the lives of others. Your calmness and steadfastness attracts the attention and respect of others, making you a central figure to be remembered and thought of with respect and admiration. Number 2. Rational decision-making. Moving towards rational decision-making is not just an act of applying cold logic, but the result of deliberate and informed choices. In this skill lies the ability to be seen by those around you as supportive and reliable, like a rock in the turbulent waters of life, able to withstand any challenge. As Marcus Aurelius cleverly pointed out, the key to happiness depends on the quality of your decisions. This quote, steeped in the wisdom of the Stoics, illustrates the essence of rational thinking. When your mind is clear, your decision-making becomes clear and deliberate, making waves of impact on those around you. Imagine being in a situation where everyone is rushing to make a choice, whether it's at work during an important project, in a family circle during an emergency, or simply when choosing a lunch spot when everyone is hungry and irritated. Many people may act impulsively in these moments, but not you. You set aside time to analyze your options, weigh all aspects, think through the pros and cons, and predict the long-term consequences. Your decision is not a simple stab in the darkness of uncertainty, but a carefully considered move that demonstrates your concern not only for the present, but also for the future. When people see that you are capable of making smart and informed decisions, they begin to see you as a trusted partner whose opinions can be relied upon. Your reputation as someone capable of taking deliberate steps stays with them, leaving a trail of thoughts like, what would he or she do in this situation? Imagine yourself and your friends facing the decision of where to have dinner. Everyone is tossing around ideas, but no one can come to a common decision. That's when you step in with your suggestion that takes everyone's preferences into account, and the result is the perfect choice. Your participation doesn't just add a point to your friends list, but makes you the one who made the evening special. Small rational steps seem to have a huge impact. Rational decision-making isn't just about the important moments, but how you accumulate those decisions over time. Your ability to take deliberate steps in different areas of life, from managing finances to approaching relationships, makes you a valuable and rare example. It makes people turn to you for advice and support, just to be around someone who possesses a clear and rational mindset. After all, as Marcus Aurelius said, you need to not only talk about good decisions, but live them. When you make well-considered decisions, you become not only a favorable example for yourself, but also a source of inspiration for those around you. Your ability to remain calm and clear thinking even in the most difficult situations makes you unique and memorable. You become someone who is admired and relied upon by others. So, the next time you are faced with an important decision, take your time. Take time to think and analyze how your choice will affect those around you. Show rationality in your actions, be an example to others, and become someone who is looked to for clear and rational thinking. It is not so much about avoiding hardship as it is about the ability to get up after every fall, remember that your determination and ability to overcome challenges becomes an inspiration to others, leaving a lasting impression. Number 3. Overcoming obstacles. Action promotes action, and what initially stands in the way becomes a path to success. This principle is wisely summarized by the Stoics, who teach us to see every obstacle as an opportunity for growth and development. As Marcus Aurelius said, obstacles are not just roadblocks, but opportunities for strength and resilience. Imagine the following situation. You find yourself in the middle of a challenging project at work. Things around you don't seem to be going according to plan. Your team is frustrated. Deadlines are getting tighter. But instead of succumbing to stress, you decide to take the initiative. Instead of drowning in the storm of problems, you meet them with dignity and determination. You look for creative solutions, motivate your team, and act for the good of the project. When all else falters, your resilience stands out and your co-workers marvel at how you overcame the challenges. These moments become not only an example of your grit and determination, but also a factor that lingers in the minds of those around you. Your actions during adversity make you not just a colleague, but a leader who can be relied upon in the most difficult moments. Overcoming challenges is not just about simply surviving them, but also about showing others how challenges can serve as an incentive for personal growth and improvement. After all, it is through overcoming obstacles that we become stronger, wiser, and more determined. So the next time life throws you a challenge, accept it with an open mind and heart. Demonstrate your resilience not only for yourself, but also for those around you. Let your resilience not only sustain you, but also inspire those around you to similar feats. Let your unwavering belief in yourself and your abilities show everyone that you don't just overcome challenges, but thrive on them. Number 4. Conscious presence. In a world where technology and speed define our daily lives, the temptation to distract ourselves from the present moment is growing ever stronger. The wise words of the Stoics remind us of the importance of mindfulness and emotional engagement in each day. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you get up in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." These words reveal the profound meaning of the simplicity and value of every moment we have. Imagine yourself in a conversation where you are not just listening to the words of your interlocutor, but truly engaged. Forgetting external distractions, you give your full attention, making eye contact, nodding in understanding, responding attentively. This is rare in our world, but it is this kind of genuine presence that makes others feel seen and valued. How often do we find ourselves in a situation where the person we are talking to is clearly not paying attention to us, as if we simply don't exist? It makes us feel invisible and unappreciated. But when someone is truly present with you, when they listen, hear, and understand, it creates a unique connection, leaving a mark in people's hearts and memories. Remember, the ability to be here and now is the key to psychological balance. Being consciously present not only enhances your life, but also makes your relationships deeper and more meaningful. When you are truly present, you give others a sense of importance and respect, leaving behind a mark that will live long in their hearts. So the next time you find yourself around someone, try putting aside all distractions and truly listen, hear, and see that person. Notice how the dynamics of communication will change and how your attention and care will affect their emotions and attitude. Allow yourself to create moments of true presence that will be remembered for a long time. Number 5. Emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is the art of managing your emotions so that they serve you rather than dictate your behavior. It is not suppressing feelings or ignoring them, but using them consciously for the benefit of yourself and others. Steadfast philosophers such as Epictetus and Seneca spoke of the importance of emotional self-regulation in their writings. They taught us that power lies not only in controlling external circumstances, but also in controlling our reactions to them. Imagine yourself in a situation where stress begins to build. Instead of letting your emotions overwhelm you, you activate your internal thermostat and find balance. This is similar to how an experienced sailor uses a rudder to keep the ship on course even in a storm. How important it is to remember that emotional regulation is not about denying emotions, it's about managing them. It is the ability to remain calm in difficult situations, to show compassion instead of anger, to find the positives in difficult times. Remember that your reaction to events is more important than the event itself. How you manage your emotions defines your character and affects how you are perceived by others. Leave behind traces of peace, wisdom, and tolerance. One of the keys to emotional regulation is the ability to shift your attention from your own emotions to the emotions of others. Try to feel their position, to see the situation through the eyes of another. This will help you better understand not only yourself, but also those around you. So the next time you feel your emotions begin to overwhelm you, remember the art of emotional regulation. Take a deep breath, find your balance, and respond with wisdom. Allow yourself to become the one who is in control of your emotions, not the one who is ruled by them. Number 6. Virtue. Virtue in life is indeed the foundation of memorability. Let's expand on this idea by taking inspiration from Stoic philosophy and principles. Stoic philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius taught us that true virtue lies in the constant pursuit of good deeds and morality, even when no one sees. It is not just an outward gloss, but an inner quality that shows up in your every decision and action. As Epictetus said, virtue does not mean merely right behavior, but right intention. This means that your pursuit of virtue must come from the deepest conviction that your choices are right, regardless of the circumstances. Imagine yourself in a situation where you are confronted with unkind words or injustice. Instead of responding with evil to evil, you choose the path of virtue, showing compassion and tolerance. This is a powerful act that not only defines your character, but also affects those around you. Seneca said, "People want to change their status but not their nature. They want to change the fruit but not the roots." Virtue is the root that nourishes your life and makes you unforgettable not only in the eyes of others, but also in your own eyes. Thus, a virtuous life not only makes you feel good about yourself, but also leaves an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of those who meet you on your path. Remember the great Stoics and their lessons when faced with the choice between the easy path and the path of virtue. Choose wisely and become someone who never ceases to be thought of. Number 7. Accepting reality with gratitude. Accepting reality with gratitude is not simply a matter of idly resigning oneself to life's circumstances, but of deeply understanding and accepting them as they are. In Stoic philosophy, this principle plays an important role in teaching us not to resist the flow of life, but instead teaching us to adapt to change with dignity and wisdom. Seneca, one of the great Stoics, said, "You should know that whenever you deviate from your course, you deviate from yourself." It's a reminder that accepting reality not only promotes inner peace, but also helps us to maintain our true selves in a fickle world. Accepting what is also means finding inner peace in the most difficult situations. As Epictetus said, "People do not trouble us in themselves, but our conceptions of them." This teaching of the Stoics calls us to change our relationship to external events by focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and reactions. By accepting reality with grace, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety, allowing us to deal with problems more effectively. Like the words of Marcus Aurelius, it pays to see obstacles as part of one's path, not as obstacles in it. As a living example of this acceptance, we can think of a situation when a project at work ran into difficulties. Instead of panic or despair, you accept reality with equanimity, seeing the situation as an opportunity for growth and improvement. This approach not only makes you more resilient, but also allows you to grab the attention of others with your peaceful attitude towards life. He who lives for life can endure almost anything. Calm acceptance of reality makes us stronger and inspires those around us. Thus, by embracing life with grace, we not only become unforgettable in the eyes of others, but we also gain inner harmony and wisdom that help us overcome any difficulties we face. Number 8. Purposeful action. As we dive into the topic of purposeful action, we come to realize that our lives are not just random events, but a sequence of deliberate steps that we take with clarity of purpose and values in mind. We all strive to be someone who others will remember, someone who will leave a mark in their hearts and minds. Picture the scene. You are working on a project not just to fulfill your responsibilities, but to make it of the highest quality, with full understanding of every detail and with a long-term vision in mind. Every action you take is directed towards a specific outcome, not just to accomplish a task. This grabs the attention of those around you, because something about your approach makes them think, inspires them, and makes them see you as a leader. Stoic quotes such as, "Happiness and freedom begin with clarity of our goals," or "Failure is an opportunity to start again," but on a more intellectual basis, remind us that our path is not just action, but a strategic route to shaping ourselves as individuals. When we consciously pursue our goals, we become an unwavering force to be reckoned with by those around us. Our results-oriented energy is magnetic and thought-provoking. We stop being just people doing things and become a source of inspiration and wise counsel. By being purposeful, we make an impact that turns us into a point of reference for others. We become people who don't just follow the flow of life, but actively forge our own path, leaving footprints that are impossible to miss. So, when we live with purpose, we don't just go through life, we influence it. Our sense of purpose and our dedication to our goals creates a wave that is felt by others and leaves an everlasting mark in their memories. Number 9. Gratitude for the present. Talking about the power of gratitude gives us a unique perspective on our interaction with the world. In a world saturated with striving and hustle and bustle, the ability to appreciate the present moment and express gratitude becomes a true art form that can change not only our perception of life, but also influence those around us. As the deep thoughts of the Stoics teach us, happiness and freedom begin with clarity of our goals, and in this context, gratitude acts as a key element that helps us not only gain clarity, but also spread positive influence around us. Imagine you are in a conversation with someone, and instead of delving into the negative aspects or worrying about an uncertain future, you consciously focus on what is going well right now. You express genuine gratitude for each moment, for the opportunity to connect, and for the simple joys of life. In this moment, you become more than just a conversation partner. You become a light that brings joy and warmth. Gratitude can transform our attitude to life, transforming ordinary moments into sources of joy and abundance. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of the virtues, but the mother of all the others." When we know how to appreciate the present and express gratitude, we don't just feel contentment, we radiate a strength and positivity that draws others to us. We become a source of inspiration, showing those around us that happiness is not a goal, but a journey we take each day. It reminds us of the importance of living in the moment, who simply enjoy the present moment without too much worry about tomorrow. Gratitude for the present makes us present in the here and now, infectiously transferring that energy to those around us. By practicing gratitude, we become unforgettable, leaving vivid footprints in the memories of others. Start small by practicing gratitude in everyday situations, and you will see how this simple practice will change the way you perceive and influence others. Number 10. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is that hidden superpower that allows us to not just understand our own emotions, but also the feelings of others, creating a unique connection and leaving an unforgettable impression. Remember the words of the Stoic Epictetus that it is not the events themselves that matter, but our reactions to them. Indeed, our emotional intelligence allows us to bring harmony and wisdom to the complex world of feelings, making us memorable and inspiring. Let's say you find yourself in a tense discussion with your friend or partner. Passions are running high, and the situation is starting to spiral out of control. Instead of reacting explosively, you decide to make an effort to understand and empathize. You listen carefully, show compassion, and respond thoughtfully. And what happens? Instead of discord, a deeper and more understanding connection emerges. Your ability to utilize emotional intelligence allows you to create strong and meaningful relationships where people feel truly heard and understood. This skill not only helps you manage your feelings, but also creates an opportunity for greater connection. Similarly, in both your work and personal life, emotional intelligence sets you apart as an individual with not only intelligence, but also deep humanity. Focus on truly listening and understanding the emotions of others. Notice how this transforms communication and gives interactions new depth. Imagine yourself in the next conversation where your main goal is to genuinely understand and accept the other person's feelings. Observe how the emotional atmosphere becomes warmer and more trusting, and how you yourself become more connected to those around you. Thus, the next time you engage in a dialogue, try not only to hear the words, but also to feel the emotional nuance of the interlocutor. This emotional intelligence skill will not only make your interactions deeper, but will also help you become memorable and inspiring to those around you. In today's world, where the flow of information is incomparably more active than ever before, the skill of managing one's inner world becomes the key to a prosperous and successful life. The practice of Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-control, rational decision-making and the development of emotional intelligence, is a powerful tool for achieving harmony and purpose. Applying Stoic principles causes us to stop reacting to external influences and start actively shaping our own reactions. It is like a sculptor sculpting his mind and character, consciously discarding the superfluous and creating a work of art of himself. The wise words of Stoics, such as Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, fill us with wisdom and remind us of the importance of inner peace. Man suffers not from events, but from his view of them. This quote becomes the key to understanding that we have the ability to reevaluate our reactions and attitudes, which ultimately determines our lives. Thus, by choosing the path of Stoicism, we build the foundation for a more realized and happier existence. Let's share our experiences together and teach each other, creating a community that is dedicated to growth and self-improvement. Write in the comments which of these skills you're ready to start developing today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos. Remember that each of us has the power to influence how others see us. Make your impact unforgettable by embodying Stoic grace in your every action. Thank you for your attention, and see you soon.